We've had some pretty healthy thunderstorms cross through the peninsula, though things are starting to wind down a bit. You can see the rain that fell at Rehoboth Beach, the Morse Roofing and Siding Skycam, all that wet pavement out there. It was a pretty gusty thunderstorm with very heavy rain about 15 minutes ago, but that is pushing on out here. But you could see that thunderstorm complex that passed through. Right now, just some light to moderate rainfall across Kent County and parts of Caroline County, continuing to move to the north and east. And there's that thunderstorm complex that passed through Rehoboth Beach. It was a pretty feisty cell, not severe, but there was some gusty winds and heavy rain with that particular complex of storms that pushed through. But of course, things are beginning to dry out. This complex even produced a little bit of small hail, indicated by the sliver of purple from about the Gumboro area through Millsboro to, well, the Rehoboth Beach area. So there may have been some small hail with that thunderstorm complex. And down towards the lower shore in Wycomico County, the rain is really starting to taper off. Just a few light showers even down into Dorchester County at around the Bucktown area. So it's all associated with this Arctic cold front that's going to be bringing in some vastly cooler temperatures for Monday into Tuesday. You can see that sharp cutoff ahead of the front. We've got temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Behind it, temperatures are down into the 30s. So for Futurecast, well, the bulk of the thunderstorm activity is going to be moving on out here. Could be a few lighter showers early tomorrow morning at around 5:30 a.m. And then that's going to push on out here. The dry air is going to win the battle. We'll be left with a mixture of sun and clouds, but it's going to be very chilly with high temperatures struggling to get out of the 40s. Now going into early Tuesday morning, there's going to be an impulse of energy in the upper levels of the atmosphere that may interact with just enough moisture to produce maybe a few snow flurries down into Accomack County, so favoring southern areas to see the first snow flurries of the season. It's not a big deal, but kind of a novelty sake, the first flurries of the season. And then Tuesday, it's going to be really chilly, highs in the 40s. So wind gust map for Monday, 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts. And then going into Tuesday, we're talking about wind gusts 30 miles per hour, perhaps even exceeding that, maybe up to 35 miles per hour at times. So we got to talk about some wind chill issues. The wind chill map for Tuesday morning at 7 a.m., we're talking about lower 20s and upper teens with that active breeze that will be in place. And because the winds are going to be elevated on Tuesday, we are talking about wind chills in the 30s all afternoon for the day on Tuesday. High temperature forecast 46 degrees. That is chilly for the time of the year, more akin to early January standards. But temperatures will be rebounding to the 50s for high temperatures by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So temperatures dropping to about 45 to 50 degrees later in the overnight with that cooler air filtering on in with these scattered showers and a possible rogue thunderstorm. Later tonight, marine forecast for tomorrow, small craft advisory for the Chesapeake and the Delaware Bays just because of some of those elevated winds that will be in place. 47 to 52 degrees is the temperature spread for tomorrow. Could be an early lingering shower, emphasis on early, and then we will be giving way to a mixture of sunshine and clouds with those chilly temperatures. But of course, Tuesday is going to be the chillier day. Temperatures more akin to winter time with that gusty breeze, so it feels like temperatures in the 30s all day for your Veterans Day. But the temperatures, like I said, are going to be rebounding quickly by the time we get to Wednesday. A high temperature of 57 degrees with no shortage of sunshine. Continuing through Thursday into Friday, 50s once again for the weekend with maybe just a few more clouds by the time we get to Sunday.